Hi.
Hello. Hello, chaps. Why does it always do that? Just as we start to record, it goes. But anyway, how's everybody doing? It's Monday. It's the 16th of April.
It's late.
It's late, yes. We're doing it after Abby comes back from school.
And I'm eating my lunch.
Yes.
That's what I have.
She's eating some more lunch. But anyway, hope you're all well. Hope you had a nice week.
Yeah.
And hope you all have a nice week to come. So, let's kind of a quick review of what I've done last week. If you remember, I got the KV122 finished, and I'm starting work on the dio for it. And I come up, right, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And it took me all a bloody week to fucking decide.
I gave you help.
You did,
by
yes.
doing base.
Base.
It's
so,
fine.
yeah, so I'm working on a concept and on an idea of what I'm going to do. So I come up with the idea that right, the KV122 was a test. They never actually produced them. These were only I think, I'm not 100% sure, and I can be corrected on this, that they only built about 3 or 4 of them, and they were just put out on trial. They were seeing could they get the 122 gun into a good sized turret and all that kind of thing, trying out a different engine and other bits and pieces that they were trying out. So they built the KV122 as a test model to see where they were going to go. They ended up then with building the IS-2.
So you're shaking it's the camera.
Yeah, they used the IS-2, and the IS-2 then used some of the components from the 122, the KV122. So, being a test one, I decided to do sort of a scene where it's the testing scene. So if we go down to the bench, it's easier to explain when we're looking at it. So I'm going to slip us down to the bench. We're going to have a look at a little bit more of a discussion.
Here we are.
Right, so here we are. We're down at the bench, and here's the KV122. And like I said, the KV122 was a test model, and they went to test for the 122 centimeter or millimeter barrel, the turret for it. They were trying a different engine, a few other bits and pieces they were trying out. You know, will this work? Will that work? You know, drivetrains, all that kind of stuff that they do. And for a finish, they ended up with the IS-2, right? Which is this one, this jobby here. Let's move the 122 aside. And there's the IS-2.
There's also an 85 like there is on that one.
Yeah, I know. That was just pure coincidence. That's just because my last 2 figures of my army number were 85, and it was 85 more. That's the way we referred to it. So there's the IS-2, and the turret is the same turret that they used. Just 1 or 2 tiny little differences in the turret.
That part is longer than that one.
Yeah, well, that's the base is different, but the turret itself is the same. They used the same turret because that was the turret that they developed for that size of a gun. So if we can look here at the 2 of them together, okay.
It looks pretty similar.
It is very, very similar.
But there's a gun on that one.
Yeah, there's a gun at the back of that one as well.
Huh?
Yeah, a machine gun at the back of both of them.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
that's because this went into actual production, and that's the one they actually used. Okay, so this one is in the field, so they've put on the extra anti-aircraft mounted gun for it. Okay, so anyway, that was just, I brought that one out just to show you what they used off this. Okay, so I said, right, what am I going to do for the dio? So this is the test thing. So we've got the test instructor or whatever he wants pointing out to your man, right, this is what we want you to do next. Okay, and I built him a Harley Davidson. Yep, Harley Davidson. I know the Harley Davidsons were American.
HD? Did you put HD on it?
No, this one is a little red star, if we can see that there, little red star on it. And yes, before anybody comes in and says, but the Americans had the Harley Davidson, not the Russians. Yep, that is true, but a number of them were sent over to Russia, and the Russians did use quite a few of them, believe me. I found several photographs on the internet of the Russians with the Harley Davidsons, and they didn't change anything to them apart from the star. They put on a white star onto them, right? So he's got his motorbike. He's on the motorbike with leather bike jacket, the whole shebang. and there's the KV122. So that's kind of half the scene set to a certain degree, isn't it? This guy's he's pulled up in his motorbike. But I said that as well as that, I would make something, and I used the bricks that Simon sent me. Now these are the hollow concrete blocks. I know they didn't have that type of concrete block during World War II. Well, I'm not 100% sure. I do know that these type of concrete blocks with the hollow sections, they were developed in England in the 1920s. Okay. Whether they made it over to Russia or not, I do not know. But concrete blocks were used from the mid 1800s on.
And there's 3 types here.
Yeah. Well, they're
one singular one, 2, 1, and a long.
That's not a concrete block. That's a lintel. Yeah. See.
It's so can't it looks like it.
Yeah. Right. So we've got the concrete blocks, and I decided to make a little observation bunker. Okay. Now, what an observation bunker is, as opposed to a defensive bunker. Defensive bunkers are built purely, to withstand quite a lot of firepower. They're sort of mass concrete built, and they're used for a defense. The observation bunkers then were sort of similar in design, but they weren't built to the same kind of rigorous standards, right? So I started to build a little observation bunker.
I know where there's a gap there.
Okay, so there's the slits to see through.
I know where.
Okay, on 3 sides. At the back we've got a door to get in, and on the roof section
you put a hole.
I put a little gap here because there's going to be a stairs up to the roof, because I'm going to build these walls up another height. Okay.
Like.
Yeah, I think it's another 5 blocks actually I'm going to go up, so it's a kind of little battlement around it. These would have been used just to observe what's going on, and the reason it's a bunker is because it's on the range, say a test range or whatever. It still needs some form of protection, so we built them a bunker. Okay, so that means I got to go off and get bloody well figures for it, doesn't it? I got to go off and find Russian figures in sort of a doing something. Even a couple of guys. I say a guy in civilian clothes.
Like maybe like a guy holding a hammer.
Yeah. Well, maybe not a hammer. Maybe we're holding a hammer. A biro, maybe, because they're doing the testing.
Or maybe
they're analysing.
Hammering down the. They're like, objection!
Objection. Okay.
Objection!
So
we need to change this plan.
So I'm going to raise this up. I'm going to put a kind of a bench or a table kind of thing up against this wall here. So
they can just sit down and be like, yes, yes, I know.
Observe their thing, mark off. But yeah, it's doing good here. Yeah, it's doing good there. All that kind of stuff, and then it goes back into the garage then to see how it did it for the finish. So that's roughly going to be the scene. Okay, with the tank here like that, the observation bunker. It's going to be built up. I used, like I said, these little concrete blocks. And quite simple, very, very simple to make. Very nice blocks indeed. They build up absolutely fabulous. What can I say? My block laying isn't the best. Sure, it's not.
Focus, camera.
My block laying isn't the best. I wouldn't like to live in anything that I lay a block on. But anyway.
That looks pretty good to me, Daddy.
Yeah, it looks pretty good to me as well. Plus, like what I said is, I'm going to do a little bit more research onto the block thing. And if I find out that the blocks didn't make their way to Russia, did have used something completely different, all I got to do is just kind of coat this in plaster. And which is very easy to do, make watery plaster on and just paint it on, and that'll just give it a kind of a little surface. So therefore that can be a mass concrete wall. So that's not too worried. Not too worried about the finish. It's just the structure of this.
This one's a bit.
I'm going to build it up, like I said, into a tower. That's going to be slightly raised again because it's going to be on a sort of a hillock type object. So that's where I'm going with it, and that's kind of roughly the ideas that I'm after coming up with. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's a good idea, bad idea? If any of you know anything about the concrete blocks, let me know. I've been trying to find out. I even sort of googled concrete blocks. That's where I got the sort of the history of the blocks. But it doesn't say when they went into kind of mass production, where they were used, all this, that and the other. Just as what the Americans call them, what the English call them, and what they're generally called.
Different trips.
Oh well, not to worry. So that's it, that's where I'm going with it. And like I said, if you've anything in the line of comments or anything like that you can help me with, stick it in the comments box below.
And if you want to have anything to say,
I do appreciate it. Okay, so that's what I've been up to. That's what I've been fiddling around with. Be sticking Minion up in the hey.
Oh wait, so, he's not glued down anymore?
That's basically what I've been up to for the week. So let's go back up to myself and Abs and we can finish off the video.
Bye.
So here we are. That's it. That's it for this week's bum. Short and simple, short and sweet.
It's not me. I didn't do anything.
She didn't do anything yet. We have something planned for you know, down the line. Abby wants to do another egg tank. So we're saving up for another egg tank for the Abs. So in the meantime, like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you've not already subscribed. If you have, thank you very much. We do appreciate it, don't we?
Yeah.
Yep, we do. And
stick anything you want in the comments
box below, especially anything that you know. If you know anything about concrete blocks, did they have them in Russia during World War II? There's a question.
There's a question that needs an answer.
It is, because I've been trying to find out, and
if not, just put whatever that primal thing majig that you need.
I haven't found out yet, anyway. So all that we've left to do is bum chocolate.
Can I do the chocolate?
There we go. Bum chocolate and bum fruit. So Abby's going to do the chocolate. I'm going to do the fruit. So without further ado, Abby, what is the chocolate this week?
Can you do the fruit?
Yeah. What? The fruit first.
Fruit first. Fruit first. FF. Fruit first.
Fruit first is we have an apple, but not just any apple.
A pink lady.
Pink lady. There you go. Especially for Simon, because Simon's a bit of a pink lady himself. So we've got a pink lady apple, and for bum chocolate, something that comes out of your bum, maybe? No? That's bum chocolate.
It's another thing from Nestle. It is a lion bar.
The lion bar. Ah! Even looks like bum chocolate, doesn't it?
Do you want to try it? Because I don't like them.
You don't like? You do not like a lion bar?
I tried just a little. Just a little.
Look, it kind of looks like a turd,
yeah.
Doesn't it? That looks like a jobby, as they say in Scotland. But or bum chocolate, as we say. That definitely looks like a piece of bum chocolate. But anyway, that's it for this week's bum, lads. Stay tuned to the channel for more. Abby's going to eat the bum chocolate. What else can you do? I'll have the bum apple, the bapple,
the
boom apple, boom apple,
the bapple,
the bapple. Yeah.
The Bible.
So,
the Bible.
So anyway, lads, take care. Have a good week. Like I said, tune in next Monday for another bum and another update on this ever-changing dio, because it's already changed. I've had ideas of broken down walls and this, that and the other, and eventually gone on to this. And
look how many nuts in this.
Yeah, there's everything inside now, and that might change. So catch you next week, lads. Stay safe, enjoy your modelling, and in the meantime, go out and buy yourself a kit. What?
Build it and enjoy it. Sorry, man.
You shouldn't speak with your mouth full, should you? That's the bum chocolate. Catch you next week, lads. Stay safe.